It is Polo with Hillbilly Orchids. Welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. I noticed nobody watched my video. Everybody watched my video yesterday, but nobody commented. I got no comments, so kind of weird. It's like in the evening time and I still got no comments. I had to look and make sure it uploaded because I was like, maybe it didn't upload. So, I don't know what's going on. But, as you can see, the trees are looking sparse. They're not getting any kind of color on them. Of course, the sun's going down now. It's late. I had to wait and let hubby go to work before I filmed the intro to my plants here in the kitchen. I did do the back part today while I was watering. I've been back there watering and jumping back into everything as per usual. Really doing quite well. I'm ahead of schedule on watering. So yeah, I'm jumping back in there like nothing ever happened. So yeah, I've been not wearing a mask too, that's a big huge step up. The last 3 days I haven't worn a mask back there. I started to the first day, but then I got so hot I couldn't stand it. So I just tried taking it off, and I got a little, had a little bit of a cough. The back of my throat, like I'm doing now, kind of clearing my throat, and had a little bit of a discharge back there. But my up here, my nose up top is dry, but it's draining down my throat, if you know what I mean. So yeah, kind of weird, but I have been able to water back there without a mask on, which is tremendous. So yeah, I feel like I'm getting back to a little normal. The cold temperatures really made my hips grind a lot today, though. Yeah, it made my hips were hot. Like, my skin is hot to touch because my joints are aching so much. You ever get a achy joint like that? It's no fun. So, and that's kind of how it is. They're real grindy today. They're not feeling quite well, and I'm doing exceptional on watering with my hips hurting like they are. It's kind of amazing. Kind of proud of myself. So, but nothing's going on out here. Nellie is done, but that her old spike is done. But I did. I was cleaning her for the spider mites, getting rid of spider mites on everybody out here, and lo and behold, I found another spike coming on this nice new growth right here. I'm pretty sure, is that it? No, that's not it. Where's that? There is another one coming with a new spike because I was having to be very cautious. Oh, right there it is. Geesh, almost, yeah. So we will be seeing more of her again, but nothing else is happening. So everything that's happening is happening in the grow space. So let's jump back there real quick and see what's going on. Alrighty, y'all, we are back here in the grow space. And yeah, I did get everybody over here watered yesterday, and I got all these guys watered in that shelf over there, and I got the 3 tiers here of the foul shelf the day before. So, and I actually got one shelf done across the room, and I'm starting on it. I've got to do 3 shelves on it, and it's done today. So I might be able to get to an added extra shelf over there so that I can be done. But excuse me. I might, yesterday's video, actually, I talked about, reviving these guys and what recipe I'm using just for this time around watering, so I can give these guys a real big boost. And this one gentleman asked me if I knew which plants reacted worse to my neglect. Because while I was sick, I was down for like 2 months. And honestly, in that 2-month period, I have to say the Cattleyas reacted the worst. That and rootless phalaenopsis. Rootless phalaenopsis, they got bad because of course they didn't have any roots to begin with, so they hadn't transitioned yet, and then I got sick and couldn't water them like I was supposed to, so they didn't really, perform right and make new roots. But the Cattleyas really, and I showed in a video on Friday, which I put it up for Foul Friday. It really had to do with everything, all the plants, but I really didn't have anything different to set up for Foul Friday, so I just went ahead and posted it. But the sheath on the Cattleyas, see, like you can tell on this one, see how loose that is? And that is because that bulb is dehydrated. So that sheath peels off so easy when they're dehydrated, because it peels, the bulb shrinks away from the sheath and you can peel it right off. And that is the way the majority of my Cattleyas are right now. Their bulbs have shriveled to where you can peel them off, and you notice it more on those. He actually thought that it was more Oncidiums that showed it, and not really, because let's go over here and I'll show you real quick. We kind of got into, this is supposed to be just a walk around, but like this Oncidium, it's maybe showed a little bit in the fact that the spikes didn't come out right, but they always do that. I've had them do that when they're watered well versus when they've not been watered well. So, but usually Oncidium get accordion leaves if they're growing a new growth during the time that they're being dehydrated. So they get the accordion leaves. But for the most part, if you have a mature plant, you're not going to notice that, not even on them. Like I said, the fowls that had good roots, like these guys, they did okay. They managed, and they kept their big, thick, full leaves and didn't have any issues. So, but anyways, on to the weekend walk around. There's nothing really going on. Not a lot of blooms right now, but of course, Daisy Chain. Bulbo Daisy Chain has hers out there. Let's see if it'll let us look at it. Such a cutie. She blooms so much. She is such a frequent bloomer. It's really, really nice. And of course the multiflora and all her gobs of spikes. And those little things, man, they're prickly. I had them jab me in the back last night when I was watering, and I was like, I didn't realize how jabby they could be. But yeah, they're all of them's open now, so very, very nice. And then in this plant that I brought in here, I have it sitting right here because I don't want to move it, but I've got a spike on Vitally Limelight, and it wasn't even the one I thought on it was that it was going to spike. So I was like, wow, that wasn't even the one I thought was going to bloom. So hopefully I'll have a couple spikes. Still got the lone little flower here on Foul TNA. I moved, excuse me. Gosh, I still clearing my throat. It's so miserable. Still got the little blooms out here on Yellow Why Not. Absolutely stunning. Then this beautiful Richard Mueller Copper Queen and its successors up here. The third bloom opened on this one. Very beautiful. So she has a nice little 3 sets of blooms, which is awesome. Cattleya cernua had a new growth on the opposite side that opened up her blooms last night. And pretty much so, there's nothing else going on over here. Those buds are still here. I was surprised, Catasandra, if you can see it in the sheath, see it coming up like a snake like on the sheath, put out a low spike on that cane, so we're going to get to see her again, which is awesome. That's the Catasandra. Yeah, I didn't expect her to put out a sheath like a spike on that low of a spot. So let's see if we can squeeze around here. I'm supposed to be watering, but I got to get WEWA done for you guys. So it's going to be kind of a quick one, which really so far there's not a lot in bloom. I've really found a lot of things that are coming in bloom, which is really, really cool. Like right here, I did leave it down here. This is, see it right there? This is my Bangkok Sunset first time bloom, which is going to be super exciting. It usually hangs up under the grow star, so I left it out here so we could see it. Super stoked that she's got a bloom out here on her. I probably need to move her over here closer to this grow light so that it'll come out and look better. Let's see if that works a little bit. That might be a little bit better lighting. Over here, the upside down, see, look at that poor spike. How I was telling Miss Betty last night, I was like, yeah, that spike just keeps elongating because it gets new buds on the end of it. And this is the oh, and it's backwards because the way it's hanging now, it really messes things up. Come on, focus. Focus. Anyways, yeah, the way it's hanging now, I really should stand it up on a spike, but on a stake, but it's terribly long, and it would that stake would get in the way of everything. But yeah, she's really she's moving about. This doesn't want to focus. Come on. It's moving about because of the way it's not wanting to focus and it's aggravating me. There we go. Yeah. It's changing its direction of the bulbs. They are supposed to be upside down, but because of that spike, it's gonna go whichever way it wants to, honestly. Yeah, and I was telling her that all of my tall cattleyas are back there. All of my Digbianas and Gulf Green hair pigs and Does White they're all back there because they're so tall. Anything that has the Gulf Green hair pig in it, or it has a chance of having a really tall growth and leaf. They get really tall. So far I haven't got to water these shelves, so I don't know anything that's going on over here except for the major surprise that I got coming up here in a second. I was not expecting it. It's bloomed before, so yeah, it's not any real big deal, but nothing else is blooming and nothing else is coming up in bloom that I can see. So yeah, and I feel like I rinsed those spider mites, and I feel like all it did was spread them around and made them worse. So I'm fighting the spider mites as I go along in water. But here's the big surprise. Was not expecting her at all. This is the gorgeous, and there's it's one spike, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4 blooms on the gorgeous little Tenebrosa crossed with Cattleya cernua. Very nice. Very nice. I was not expecting, I mean, it came out, she had a new growth, and she usually does bloom faithfully on every new growth, so I wasn't too worried about that. But yeah, there she be. Nothing else going on down there. And of course the spike on the Dendrobium Cesar Yellow is extending. Right, over here on the table, I had these guys sitting here. This one's a new one. Sorry about all my pipes and stuff back there in the background. This is the new one. This is that Gillahara Hilea. I'll put the picture of the name of it up on the screen. Really pretty, really, and it does look like BC Maikai a lot. I did have BC Maikai bloom, so I'll do this, and I'll do a double screen and put Maikai over here so we can see the similarities in it. And of course, this one is a new acquisition that you guys haven't seen yet, but I will go ahead and show you because it's absolutely to die for. That is Hidden Gold. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Thank you, Vincent. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, so over here, nothing's going on up there still yet. I gotta get this shelf down today though. This one's due to be watered first thing, but my Richard's Bonanza still has her buds hanging there. They should be open anytime. Mendenhall Hill Dose is done. Done. And here is the other Richard Mueller. This is the BC, what is it? BC, sorry, I have to look. Sunspots, I couldn't remember. Sunspots crossed with Richard Mueller Valley Isle. So, interesting. I'm going to see how much it changes colors. The cute little bud is open on Apricot Glow. If it'll focus on it there for us. Very nice. Still have some blooms on Loose Neary. I smelled it last night too when I watered, and it still smells amazing. Even though the blooms have like no color left in them, but they are really, really amazing smelling. Back here, if you can see it, zoom, is the gorgeous first spike open on Colorado, and there are a few other spikes to come on that one. I did notice after I took pictures. The spikes are so hard to tell compared to the plant and the roots. Their spikes are so small, but there is another spike somewhere. I did find another spike, but such a cutie, such a little, sorry, I keep getting it in the way. Come on guys, focus. Yeah, but Colorado is really a cute little red and yellow. Oh, sorry, trying to do it one-handed and I'm just having no luck at it. Especially because it's wanting to focus on this plant in front of it. So we can get it turned around a little bit. That's better. Definitely better. All that moving around for nothing. So, got her moved around. Beautiful. I adore that one. Colorado. It took me forever to get it to bloom. And then I was just so excited when it finally did. Down here in this empty hole, that's where the Halea was. And of course the Potnara Fairyland is open. And this one up on the sink is starting to open on this shelf. And as far as I know, like I said, I haven't hit this shelf yet. Nobody else is in bloom. And not down here either. So, let's go back over here. I'm going to use the Richard Mueller, the new plant, because it's so daggone cute. If I can, we will look at it to say our goodbyes. How's that sound, guys? It's so daggone cute. I love it. So, that will do it for this weekend's weekend walk around. So, if you could like, share, and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. If you could do a super hype, that would be awesome. If you could do a super thanks, that would be greatly appreciated. And with that said, I do appreciate each and every one of you beautiful, wonderful people stopping by and hanging out with me. And bye for now, y'all. Till we meet again.